Oh my goodness. Hi everybody, it's May 14th. Habit hack number 54 is coming your way right now. Welcome to my hacks of habits. So I'm Michelle with Half the National Average for anybody who might be seeing this for the first time. And for somebody who maybe seen this on Facebook, who sometimes I get like these old people that I knew forever ago. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so great to see that person's name. Hey, how are you? Haven't seen you in like 20, 30 years. So, okay, what am I doing? Well, as usual, for the last forever and ever and ever, which I'm going to talk about tonight, I am always doing a project, so to keep my life interesting. And today's project is a year-long project. It's called Half the National Average. I started it in October of last year, and I am trying to deliberately practice every single day something that I am dreaming to do or get better at or learn. And so I chose 5 things, which is a little bit difficult because 15 minutes of practice, and actually one of them is exercising, so just getting a little bit more fit. So I generally will try to do that one for 30 minutes, and so, but you know what, if I do it for 5 minutes, you kidding me, I count it, check. But so today's habit hack, so for you, all I'm asking is you do a 15-minute deliberate practice every single day for a year on something that you've been dreaming about, something that you're dreaming to do. And today's habit hack is called creating a habit within a habit. So when do you need to create a habit within a habit? Now, I did a habit hack on stacking a habit, so stacking it onto something that you've already done, and that is very effective if you're trying to I just actually habit stacked something completely different in the last week. So I've been habit stacking my bicycles. So part of my quarantine core, I started a quarantine core project. Some of you are on it. How is that? See, aren't you glad? Because we're extended till August. So you actually have 3 extra months. So, I mean, it's terrible for a lot of other reasons, but for quarantine core, this extra quarantine time is actually excellent if you're on quarantine core, because you're going to be more than ready for the beach in September. All right, so what if you have to create a habit within a habit? So how did I come up with this, or what I thought about this morning? Well, if you did look at one of my brothers, who is Hawaii Modern, and he just posted another one of his weaves. And it was amazing because he posted the first weave that he's done, and he usually doesn't post progression of stuff, which is another habit hack of mine, is always post, or you don't have to post it, but always take pictures of your progression, because sometimes when you get to a point and you think, I suck, you go back to when you started and you're like, actually I'm really proud of what I'm doing right now, because look at how bad I was. So taking pictures is critical. Writing sometimes feelings, if you're trying to work through emotional things, writing how you feel at this point, and then going back when you're a little sad, and you go back when you're devastated, that shows progress. So I started thinking about so him, right? He's so excited because he's like, I've been wanting to work on this project for so long, and now I finally, have the time to do it, and it's the advantage of the quarantine. My sister, she's on this habit. Hey, Sin. She's on this project along with her friend Melissa, and they have been doing amazing. But she not only is on this habit hack project, or Half the National Average project, listening to my habit hacks, but she painted our dad's entire house inside. And then my other brother, Chili, he's been working on all kinds of things. Mobiles. I mean, he's been doing masks. He's been working on guitar as part of his habit hack, drinking water. My little brother, who's amazing artist and writer and creative and hilarious and a beautiful eye in photography. So all of us are doing all these things, and it had me thinking, like, it's not a coincidence. It is not a coincidence that every single one of my siblings, during something that you're quarantined into this tiny little, like, you can't go anywhere other than this space, that we're all so excited to be doing all of these projects and things. And I really started thinking about my mom. So our mom, I can remember times when she'd kick us out. Like, there's a whole generation that, she wouldn't let us go out on the streets and run like banshees. Well, we were like banshees, but she would be like, outside, go do something. And I remember times we would all be sitting there on the hard, hot porch, like we're bored, we don't have anything to do. And then finally, of course, you sit out there long enough, you're going to do something. She forced us to be creative. She forced us to think. She forced us to make up stuff. She took us hiking. She would allow us to get in trouble. She would allow us to dam the creek and, flood the campgrounds, bring home snakes and lizards and spiders and all kinds of things. And I think that it's just not a coincidence that all of us are so excitable about life and inquisitive and excited. So you might not have, it dawned on me that you out there might not have grown up like that. You might have had the parent that allowed you, they didn't force you. They weren't tough enough to get past your complaining. And so they would bend. Trust me. Our mom did not. She would win. She's going to win the complaining game. But if you grew up like that, that means that mentally you are still a child. You are immature in your thinking of you have to get a creative thing done. This is the first time that some of you might ever had to force yourself because your parents didn't do it. And this is critical because I feel super lucky that we had a parent like that. And for those of you who don't, this is how you create a habit within a habit. You are going to have to create this ability to force yourself through the boring. That's why I suggest frequency. Frequency comes when you do not have the discipline to go. First of all, you don't even have the ability for the endurance or the intensity because maybe you've never forced yourself for a year long to do something. So you have to go with frequency. How do you think hefty bags, a hose, and dry grass rash all across the front of your body happens? It's because mom kicks you out and you don't have a slip and slide. You make it up. For real, right? How many of you out there have the hefty bag slip and slide, right? I'm sure some of you. So get your kids. If you're that person, get your kids and ask them, what is it something that you would want to practice for 15 minutes for a year? And then either combine that time with them or your spouse or your significant other or your neighbor, but somebody who you can be accountable to. And if it's your kids, make a calendar for the whole year, mark it down, have them check it off, and let there be rewards. Every habit has to have a trigger, the sequence of events, and a reward. So if you're trying to create a habit and you're struggling because you don't have time because you have all this responsibility, either stack it with one of your kids, stack it with with your spouse and it doesn't have to be the same habit. It could just be at the same time, or you both are accountable to the calendar. Whatever you do, include somebody else if you really are struggling and you're childlike in your ability to have these creative kind of excitement about a project. It's not natural. And if you've never done it, just like everything that anybody's ever done for the first time, it's going to be a little messy. That's why you have to document it. Okay, so hopefully that helped you guys. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's all I had. And again, it's really important, my little chart here. So it's really important that if you're just starting out, get with your frequency, touch it every single day, mark it off, and celebrate. Let the check be a celebration, for sure. And for those of you, that's it. Habit hack number 40, whatever. Oh gosh, 54, done. Now, today, it was a little chilly tonight. I was watering, I had to, so look at this. This is from my friend Joyce. And again, I love it, Joyce, but I'm minimizing, and you already gave me so many. So this is a beautiful little kind of wrap around. Oh my gosh, looking at it, it's so cute. Maybe I don't want to give it away, but it is yours if you join this project. 15 minutes, chase your dreams. Give me a call, DM me, text me, whatever, it's yours. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night.